Brazil is one of the most captivating places in the world. As the giant of South America, it is a fascinating country with beautiful beaches, dense forests, and cities in large expansion. Brazil is bound by the Atlantic Ocean in the east and borders with 10 South American neighbors. Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world, both in geographic size and quantity of population. It also has one of the fastest growing economies. However, this prosperous country, with more than 192 million inhabitants, still faces many problems, as most of the population remains the victim of social inequality, illiteracy, and lack of infrastructure. Brazil is the Southwest Division's partner in the worldwide Partner in Missions program. Every country in the world where the Salvation Army serves is partnered to share in the ministry and service with another country and region. In May 2013, a team visited Brazil to see the needs of the Salvation Army Corps and institutions in areas away from the beautiful beaches and breathtaking scenery pictured in travel brochures. It is an area that most tourists never see. Our trip started in Sao Paulo, the capital city, and then we flew to Porto Alegre to take a 5-day, 1,000-mile car trip across the Rio Grande do Sul division to see 5 of 29 projects in the south of Brazil. The driver for our whirlwind trip was Major Wilson Strass, the divisional commander of the Rio Grande do Sul division, Major Filipa Chagas, the Brazil projects officer, Major Candi Frizzel, Mesa Corps officer, James Ellis, divisional property coordinator, and Lieutenant Colonel Mervyn Morelock, Southwest Mission Service coordinator. We visited 5 corps and institutions along the southern border of Brazil, where there are many needs for property repairs, program equipment, and musical instruments. We took 10 timbrels to the Pelotas Corps, who have children eager to learn to play. At Alegrete Corps, there was a desperate need to replace a 20-year-old refrigerator for the Home League to serve meals to the needy. We asked them if they knew the kind of refrigerator they needed, and they led us to a nearby appliance shop. We bought the one they needed and had a truck deliver it to the Corps. Standing by were all the Home Leaguers, and that afternoon, before we raced to the next Corps, we dedicated a brand new refrigerator. As we traveled, we stopped at several corps, including the divisional headquarters to Porto Alegre, and then flew back to Sao Paulo, the territorial headquarters. The next day, we drove to Cubatão and the community center, Villa de Pescadores, also known as the Fisherman's Village. This is located about an hour from Sao Paulo on a river. It is a desperately poor favela, the name of a wide spread out slum. It is built on the side of a river on rotting pilings. Over 10,000 people live there. It's the slum area of squatters. It is a dangerous place of prostitution and drugs. They were dealing drugs on the Friday we were there. We were warned, no pictures and don't linger and look at the people. One man sat in a chair in the middle of the walkway with a revolver in his lap. The police don't go there. It is too dangerous, but the Salvation Army has made many inroads by accepting people as they are: prostitutes, drug dealers, and the poor, caring for their children and operating a used clothing shop and recreational facility, all on wood pilings. The Army operates a daycare program and provides education for the children. We offer clothing and counseling for those who live in this huge slum. And God makes inroads, heart to heart. In a recent video, a young Salvationist gave his testimony about growing up in the favela, graduating and attending college, and now serves as a lieutenant in the Brazilian Army. He told his story about growing up in the slum, but because of loving and encouraging Salvationists, he was able to receive a scholarship and is now serving his country. It was a very uplifting story. There are 29 projects for our consideration. Most of them are for core projects, ranging in costs from a few $100s to repair worn-out buildings and provide equipment to $13,200 to expand the growing work of an outpost. A further need brought to our attention was the renovation of a camp facility in the northeast part of Brazil at Recife. This is a project that could use the services of a team to do extensive renovation at the camp. From the photos we have seen, the camp needs a team to clean up, repair, and paint the buildings in order to serve the children in the northeast part of the territory. What is important to note is that in nearly every budget presented, there is an amount listed as local contribution. The territory is asking us to partner with them in these projects. Will you be a partner in missions with our partner, the Brazil territory?